Someone, I haven't seen this gentleman ever, so if you're watching, please listen up. He does a Lois Lane impression whenever I'm walking my dog in the park. And he screams at the top of his voice, shouting, "Help me, save me, Superman, save me."
It was very intimidating. I only took comfort in knowing that I'm playing this version of Batman, excuse me, is the...
That's right, it's understandable.
Yes, I know, I got a little flustered there.
One day. Okay.
Batman slept with Superman's mom.
Now we know.
Superman must find out on some level. You must know.
I think so.
Yeah.
Super smell.
It just gets better. Innuendo.
This is possibly the greatest show I've ever done.
Having sex with someone, you're normally alone. Where normally...
I normally am.
Henry, we have to ask, Man of Steel, Buns of Steel, how hard do you train and how hard do you train?
I'll be interested to see what the next question was there. When you're on set, you've got at least sort of 12 very heavily set men watching you. And it's not comfortable. And, you know, things aren't happening as naturally as they should, so things are... You know, there's a lot of this. And that's not comfortable either.
What is that? One of my kids has a question for you, which is that if you could take any of the potions that The Witcher has, which, as you, Henry Cavill, what would you take? Would you take any of the potions?
None of them.
No?
Didn't you hear what I said?
Well, yeah.
It's toxic. It will kill me.
So do you correct people?
I don't necessarily... I am effusive about getting the... being loyal to the source material. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Yeah. So, yes, you do.
Playing a demigod informing what your preparation for Superman.
Well, I'm going to say Theseus isn't a demigod.
That's what it says on Wikipedia.
Yeah. Wikipedia? Using Wikipedia as your source of information.
Did Tom Cruise give you, like, a big present? I know he's, like, a big gift giver. Did he give you a present at the end of this film?
The famous Christmas thing, which happens every year, is Tom sends a Christmas cake.
A coconut cake, yes.
Coconut cake, right.
Yes.
And so I get this, I heard about this coconut cake.
Right.
And then one day I received said coconut cake, which said, "Happy Christmas, Henry," from Tom Cruise.
Right.
Which is pretty cool, by the way.
Right.
And I thought, this is, there's no way I'm eating that. It's going to be, like, made of healthy stuff. It's going to be paleo or whatever. And, yeah, this is Christmas. I don't do healthy at Christmas.
Yeah.
And eventually, a friend came round to my house and saw the cake sitting there, and they said, "What's that?" And I said, "Oh, that's a cake from Tom Cruise." And they said, "I'm sorry, say that again?" And I said, that's a cake from Tom Cruise. And they went, "Well, why aren't you eating it?" And I said, "It's probably healthy." And they went, "Cut it open." Cut it open. It is the most luxurious, unhealthy cake.
Coconut cake.
Yeah, coconut cake.
Yeah.
And so I then ate the whole thing.
If I could change the world in some way... That's a very good question. I don't really know.
Henry, you're probably not going to miss your face furniture. You're not fond of the face furniture, are you?
It's not that I'm not fond of it. It's just that, you know, if I'm walking past schools, people give me funny looks. It's tough to buy Vans. Can't give children sweeties. So, what was the funniest blooper from the Mission Impossible Six set? It's a different movie. That you can share.
You nearly lost quite an important job.
Absolutely, yeah. I was playing a game called World of Warcraft. And,
I've heard of all of them.
Yeah. And I missed the call from Zack Snyder to tell me I got Superman.
But, like, did you hear the phone ringing?
I did.
And you chose to ignore it?
Absolutely.
Did you win the video game?
Sadly, no.
Who made a girl in your family? How did that happen?
Brother number 3, and we don't know how it happened.
Wow,
I mean,
amazing.
We're assuming it's him anyway.
Yeah.
Do they love the fact and brag about the fact that you are Superman as well?
Absolutely, yes. And a good story, my nephew Thomas, he went to school one day and it was, talk about your family day, and he was telling all the school kids that his uncle was Superman. And, of course, the teacher then said, Thomas, look, we don't lie in school. We don't do that. Sort of, I appreciate good storytelling, yes, but it's not a good habit to get into. And Thomas stood by his guns and went, no, but my uncle is Superman, and I swear he is, I promise. And so she got upset with him. He got in trouble. And then my sister-in-law was pulled aside when she was picking him up from school, and the teacher said, look, we don't encourage our children to tell lies in school. And I recommend that you would do the same. And of course, then she said, about what exactly? Knowing that Thomas he does tell tall tales. she was all in. She's like, oh no, not again.
Right.
And then she went, she was saying that his uncle is Superman. She went, oh, I hate to tell you this. It's all true.
Right, yeah.
You should speak at career day.
There's certainly a lot of jokes every time I get in a plane. Air hostesses would say, sort of, oh, thank God you're here, because if anything goes wrong. I'm like, you do realise I can't actually do any of that stuff. So hopefully nothing bad happens.
There's Henry back there flying. He's hanging out. He's not even flying a helicopter. I mean, really.
Henry's lucky because he can actually fly anyway. So
yes, of course. He loves.
Something I found fascinating, because I'm reading your bio, you met a celebrity who came to your school.
Yeah. Russell Crowe was filming Proof of Life, and I was an extra in the background of the movie.
So this is like 10 years ago, right? 12 years ago?
Goodness, like 11 years ago.
Okay, all right. So
why are you looking at me for some old information?
It
was 5 centuries ago. Thank you.
When you feel left out.
Thank you.
Yeah. Little cougar action happening here.
For cardio's sake, what do you do for cardio? No cardio.
No, I run. That's the savory answer.
Yeah. So what is the real answer?
I think they get it.
Oh.
I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How do you feel now? Do you feel that Henry isn't really able to come out himself now?
My moustache bullies me. I can barely sleep at night because it forces me to put a moustache hammock onto it so it can sleep, so I can sleep.
Who would have known the drama?
It is the master of me right now.
Lose all sense of like fear and adrenaline for the height, and you start thinking, if I were to fall, could I kind of like squirrel suit with my make it all the way to the water, maybe just like skim?
You've been in Superman too much.
Are you the oldest?
I'm number 4 out of 5, so the second youngest.
Oh, that's the worst spot to be in, right?
No.
It isn't.
You're not the youngest.
Well, let's evaluate all the spots. Because the youngest, at least you're the youngest. You know, you're the baby. You've got something kind of different going on.
You kind of have mum protecting you a little bit, but there's only so much.
Like if it were the Olympics, you know, the first one would be the gold medalist, the second one would be silver, the bronze, and then there's you just kind of standing off to the side.
Disappointed. No, the eldest gets the toughest game. 100%, because they get all the discipline.
And is
By
that
the time
how
it gets to us, it's all just free for all.
At number 4, you must then get really strong and tough because are your brothers all built like you are?
We're all of a similar size.
Big guys,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, but I was smart. I never picked battles with them. My oldest brother was 4 years older than me. So he was considerably larger and incredibly strong. Simon, he was so strong that we would make fun of him by saying Hulk smash every time he got angry. And
so there are a lot of superheroes in this family.
Like a switch. And so that was not the guy I picked my fights with.
All right.
I went down. Yeah. Bitwit Kyle, who I watched a lot of YouTube videos of, and he was absolutely fantastic. He was really informative about how to do all this stuff. And then it's just reading the manual, which a lot of people don't do. And they end up asking questions online, and people always respond with RTFM,
which is
read the manual.
Were the suits particularly sweaty? Because there is an official remedy for that. We actually got sent official Batman v Superman Eau de Toilette. Now,
Is that right?
I'm not sure if that's a mixture of both of your musks or one of your. I'm not sure how they did they get that from the
I wondered
suit.
why they kept wiping me down and wanting to.
That's what it is.
Eau de Toilette. It's got you on the box, so maybe it's.
Hey, you're on the box as well.
You're around the corner as well. It's quite pungent.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, that's Ben.
That's mostly Ben.
That's definitely
Let's
Ben.
see.